Common sense is in spite of, not the result of, education. Laughter is sunshine, it chases winter from the human face. When you get an idea into your head, you find it in everything. Nothing makes a man so adventurous as an empty pocket. Mothers are often fondest of the child which has caused them the greatest pain. He reached for his pocket, and found there only reality. A man is not idle because he is absorbed in thought. There is visible labor and there is invisible labor. Life is a theater set in which there are but few practicable entrances. It is a charming quality of the happiness we inspire in others that, far from being diminished like a reflection, it comes back to us enhanced. Being good is easy, what is difficult is being just. To die is nothing, but it is terrible not to live. It is not enough to be happy, one must be content. Change your opinions, keep to your principles, change your leaves, keep intact your roots. The paradise of the rich is made out of the hell of the poor. To put everything in balance is good, to put everything in harmony is better. What is said about men often has as much influence upon their lives, and especially upon their destinies, as what they do. Those who live are those who fight. Nothing is more imminent than the impossible. What we must always foresee is the unforeseen. The realities of life do not allow themselves to be forgotten. Our acts make or mar us, we are the children of our own deeds. Every day has its great grief or its small anxiety. One cloud is dispelled, another forms. There is hardly one day in 100 of real joy and bright sunshine. Let us fear ourselves. Prejudices are the real robbers, vices are the real murderers. The great dangers lie within ourselves. Short as life is, we make it still shorter by the careless waste of time. Habit is the nursery of errors. Whatever causes night in our souls may leave stars. Initiative is doing the right thing without being told. Even the darkest night will end and the sun will rise. Be happy without picking flaws. There is nothing like a dream to create the future. Winter is on my head, but eternal spring is in my heart. Nothing is more powerful than an idea whose time has come. Have courage for the great sorrows of life and patience for the small ones, and when you have laboriously accomplished your daily task, go to sleep in peace. God is awake. The future has several names. For the weak, it is impossible. For the faint-hearted, it is unknown. But for the valiant, it is ideal. Love is like a tree. It grows by itself, roots itself deeply in our being and continues to flourish over a heart in ruin. The inexplicable fact is that the blinder it is, the more tenacious it is. It is never stronger than when it is completely unreasonable. What a grand thing, to be loved. What a grander thing still, to love. Love each other dearly always. There is scarcely anything else in the world but that, to love one another. To love or have loved, that is enough. Ask nothing further. There is no other pearl to be found in the dark folds of life. If you know what my love for you is, it is fire, it is molten lead, it is 1,000 daggers in my heart. To love another person is to see the face of God. I have been loving you a little more every minute since this morning. Life is the flower for which love is the honey. The greatest happiness of life is the conviction that we are loved, loved for ourselves, or rather, loved in spite of ourselves. The supreme happiness in life is the assurance of being loved for oneself, even in spite of oneself. Nobody knows like a woman how to say things that are both sweet and profound. Sweetness and depth, this is all of woman, this is heaven. Woe, alas, to those who have loved only bodies, forms, appearances. Death will rob them of everything. Try to love souls, you will find them again. Whom man kills God restores to life, whom the brothers pursue the Father redeems. Pray and believe and go onward into life. Certain thoughts are prayers. There are moments when, whatever be the attitude of the body, the soul is on its knees. Love is the foolishness of men, and the wisdom of God. Love is the only future God offers. God knows better than we do what we need. We need those who pray constantly to compensate for those who do not pray at all. He who does not weep does not see. If I speak, I am condemned. If I stay silent, I am damned. As with stomachs, we should pity minds that do not eat. He who opens a school door, closes a prison. People do not lack strength, they lack will. It is not easy to keep silent when silence is a lie. If you wish to understand what revolution is, call it progress, and if you wish to understand what progress is, call it tomorrow. Morality is truth in full bloom. What matters deafness of the ear, when the mind hears? The one true deafness, the incurable deafness, is that of the mind. To lie a little is not possible. He who lies, lies the whole lie. Every blade has two edges. He who wounds with one wounds himself with the other. Music expresses that which cannot be put into words and that which cannot remain silent. There is something more terrible than a hell of suffering, a hell of boredom. Let us sacrifice one day to gain perhaps a whole life. Dear God, how beauty varies in nature and art. In a woman the flesh must be like marble, in a statue the marble must be like flesh. Man lives by affirmation even more than he does by bread. Each man should frame life so that at some future hour fact and his dreaming meet. The earth is a great piece of stupidity. Taste is the common sense of genius. A smile is the same as sunshine. It banishes winter from the human countenance. People weighed down with troubles do not look back. They know only too well that misfortune stalks them. When a man is out of sight, it is not too long before he is out of mind. If you are stone, be magnetic. If a plant, be sensitive. But if you are human, be loud. When a woman is talking to you, listen to what she says with her eyes. To rise from error to truth is rare and beautiful. He who every morning plans the transactions of that day and follows that plan carries a thread that will guide him through the labyrinth of the most busy life. I'm not totally useless. I can be used as a bad example. Pain is as diverse as man. One suffers as one can. More powerful than the mighty armies is an idea whose time has come. Of all the things that God has made, the human heart is the one which sheds the most light, alas, and the most darkness. It is by suffering that human beings become angels. The wise man does not grow old, but ripens. Doing nothing is happiness for children and misery for old men. Almost all our desires, when examined, contain something too shameful to reveal.